What's up, Cappy?
Number 42, Kasperi Kapanen.
His far side picked off by Kapanen. He's loose on a breakaway. Kasperi Kapanen fakes the shot, shoots, he scores!
Let's start off with the obvious first question. I mean, I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway. How did you get into hockey?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, pretty obvious having, my dad's history of playing. And, ever since I saw him skate as a little kid, it's something I always wanted to do.
Kapanen with a short-handed tally! 2-0 Philadelphia!
I knew that, I'd want to try to make that into my profession. And that's how it all started. I started skating as soon as I could. I'd walk around the house with skates on, so it's been a passion forever.
Kids who play hockey and have dads who play in the NHL often get more ice time and a chance to play with a puck and stick on the ice. So do you remember having great opportunities because your dad was a pro to be able to skate with the pros and with your dad?
Sometimes I'd get the occasional day off of school and go to the rink and hang out with all the guys. It's a pretty cool feeling to hang out with them and skate on the ice after practice and kind of mess around with them. So I'm very grateful that I got to do that.
An amazing story that you got a chance to play with your dad in Kalpa. What was that like?
Weird would probably be the first word that I'd use. Obviously it was special for us both and something that we always wanted to do, but it's pretty weird calling for the puck and yelling out dad on the ice and just kind of seeing him in the locker room and you're making jokes and you're talking about stuff and then you kind of realize, your dad's in the locker room. It might be a little awkward sometimes, but lots of fights at the dinner table after games and obviously we try to make up all the time, but it was, it was special.
Well, Pittsburgh's up. This will be Jim Rutherford's first draft as the GM of the Pittsburgh Penguins after all those years with Carolina. If he's smart, he'd have talk and make the pick.
I knew it wouldn't work, Jimmy. I knew it wouldn't work. The Pittsburgh Penguins are proud to pick Kasperi Kapanen from Kalpa, Finland.
So there you go, the connection to the Carolina Hurricanes, but there's Sammy Kapanen, who played with his son this year in the Finnish League.
Jim Rutherford drafted your dad in 1995, and like 20 years later, he drafts you. It was in Philadelphia too, where your dad had played. An amazing kind of convergence of events, right? Did it strike you as that at the time?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. Even just going back to the rink and seeing all the old security guards and some familiar faces.
Hey, hey. Oh, congratulations. Oh, thank you so much. There's something I should have. I kept that always yours,
And then obviously kind of funny with him playing for the Flyers and me getting drafted by Pittsburgh and with, all the boos going on in the crowd while I was getting drafted was pretty funny, but it was something I'll never forget for sure.
I mean, it's special to be here in Philly. I lived here for 6 years. I consider this my home, and I was really excited to be here and be in the rink and see some new faces and old faces at the same time, so it's been a special moment for me.
Welcome, everybody. I think everybody has the news. We acquired Kessel, Biggs, and Eriksson today. You can never know with trades. It's over time is really how you judge trades. And we gave prospects, and you don't know how they're going to turn out.
At this time of year, just winning a draw is a big deal. Centering pass, Kasperi Kapanen, I believe. Yes. You believe it? He comes back to haunt the Penguins with his first NHL goal.
You score your first NHL goal against the team that drafted you, and it's a goal that's scored in a game that clinches a playoff spot for the Leafs. I mean, you couldn't write it any better than that at the time.
That was pretty cool. I mean, I knew I had probably played like 16, 17 games before that and, no goals and obviously getting a little frustrated.
The biggest goal of the year for the Toronto Maple Leafs to this point.
There's just something about playing the Pens with the history there, and obviously I wanted to, thought about it, and it'd be pretty cool to score, and then we ended up winning, so it was cool. It was a really cool feeling.
Just doing my thing in the morning, and I kind of woke up and people were saying I might get traded, or I got traded, and didn't know what to believe, and then I got Kyle called me and told me I was going to Pittsburgh, so super excited about that, obviously.
The number, you flipped it around this year. Talk about that.
I've always had 24, and then back in Finland we started playing together on the same team, so I had to switch it. So I switched it to 42. Eventually in Toronto, I got to play with 24 for a bit, and then with the trade and everything, I thought it was it's a fresh start for me, a new beginning. So I thought I'd switch it back and kind of just honor my dad and letting him have that number. So 42 is working out pretty well so far.
Here comes Kapanen, maybe on a breakaway, settles the puck down, all alone, he scores!
I call you the finisher because when you get chances, you don't miss them. You get breakaways, you bury it. Could you just talk about your burning desire to score goals and maybe where that came from and your ability to finish?
It's weird because growing up playing here in the States, I never wanted to score. I played center and I just wanted to pass. I never wanted to score. And then I came back home to Finland when I was a kid, and they had too many centers, so they put me on wing, and then they told me to start shooting the puck and scoring, and then I kind of caught a passion for it. Like you said, breakaways are a big part of my game. I feel like with my speed, I get a lot of chances, and I've practiced them over the years, a lot. If you can get a goalie and stay on the ice a little extra with them, and kind of, even ask them about stuff like, what do you think about when a guy comes in like this, or what about this move? Like, do you think this is a chance? I think there's some sort of art to it for sure.
You're a pretty smart guy, Cappy. Thanks a lot for your time. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.